Yeah. Back again. Statement Podcast, Season 2. Yeah, man, we're good. We're happy. We're blessed. We're alive. Logos, what are you saying, my brethren?
Well, we're back with another special from somebody who came from nowhere, somewhere called nowhere, and changed the game.
Yeah.
And there's not many people who actually done what this guy done. Welcome to the stage, Hotsteppa.
Yeah. DJ Hotsteppa.
Yeah. DJ Hotsteppa.
Are you saying you good?
You happy to be here, bro?
Yeah, definitely.
Long time I've been trying to invite you down, you know.
I know. You
Yeah?
always keep flopping the dates.
Here we go.
Telling me it's Wednesday the 2nd, but it's the 2nd's like
You're
Monday.
always abroad, bro. I can't even get hold of you. It's unavailable and all
I'm
that.
in like Bournemouth, bro. I'm not abroad.
You're not even around.
I can't afford to go abroad.
So what are you saying, bro? We're going to just do this conversation thing. It's not an interview.
Yeah.
I know you was thinking like, what are we talking about today? And all, bro, it's calm. Yeah, it's just like me and you on a phone call conversation like it's back in 2005.
Yeah.
One of them ones there. So
What is life for you like nowadays? Because like you kind of totally removed at the moment. Like, what is life for you like?
Just busy still.
Yeah.
Just focusing on just picking the right events to do. Playing at the right parties, and then got to sort out family life as well, because things have changed.
things have changed, isn't it?
And then other commitments that I've got as well.
So you do actually still DJ?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
I'm saying long as when you say removed,
That's what I'm saying.
He's not gone nowhere.
I ain't seen you, bro.
I ain't got nowhere, you know.
Yeah, but I do all the stuff that's like under 40s. What the stuff you do?
I'm under 14. I'm under 14.
I still do the stuff, bro.
Okay, sorry, man. Sorry, yeah.
So how should we start this? I think we should go right back.
To the beginning, man.
Yeah, when Hotsteppa texted me one day, not even as Hotsteppa, I think it was Chris.
I was going to ask that question. I was going to say, how did you get the name?
To that, right.
Yeah.
So we're going back to that when I was doing a dance. Where was it? It was somewhere in Vauxhall. Clubmania.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So that's like 2005. Yeah, so done a dance, Clubmania. And I remember a text message coming through to me.
Yeah.
Saying, you introduce yourself and saying, can you be put on the guest list, U+1? You remember that?
Probably, yeah. No, I do. It wasn't you that answered though. It's one of the
could be one of the
Clubmania girls.
Come on, the admin.
Yeah.
One of the girls, Shasha
or Tracy.
Yeah.
Probably,
So that was 05. And your name you wasn't playing at them times.
I was, but in a different scene. So
Okay.
I come from the garage scene.
Okay.
So probably like 98. I kind of started garage on Passion FM. So that when they were based like Edmonton, all around that area. Start from garage.
As Hotsteppa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I started before that, from when I was like 15. I did my first party at 15. Hired out. Where was it? It's on North Circular now. It's changed names. Anyway, it was a five-a-side pitch. Had like a little function room.
Yeah.
So there was about 2-3 of us locally from all the schools we used to put. Let's just like put some decks in there, give out some paper flyers that we photocopied in the school office.
Yeah, come on.
We'd had like 60, 70 people turn up. Sound system was shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear nothing. Yeah. People like talking like this was louder than the music.
But they still enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. So that was then, and then we went on to.
So was that a garage rave or?
Yeah, that was garage.
Okay.
That was like proper like pay as you go, no we and stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Garage, the garage rate was flipping over to
yeah.
What area are you from as well?
North London.
Okay, which part, like northwest, north or central?
Just central. Yeah, I grew up in northwest and
okay.
then moved to central north. Yeah.
North, okay, yeah.
So that's why all the stations I went on. So started on Passion, was on Passion for quite a long time, and then went to did like Y2K, which was formerly Mission FM. So I was there for quite a while. Did a little bit on Lush FM, then went on Extreme FM. Well, I can't remember which one was which, but Extreme FM for a while. And then I ended up on Sweet FM.
Okay.
And then Sweet FM was where I was for quite a while before I then went to Choice. But yeah, over those years of Pirate, I was doing like garage, and then it's only when I went on to Y2K I started to like mix in some Bashment and R&B and stuff. And then during that time, way back, just after Passion, I started doing raves.
Okay.
So it was like 2000.
So your first party was that same one you're saying?
No,
Or the
well,
second one? Was that
my
you put on
first
the
my
dance?
first proper rave in a club was at a place in Tufnell Park called the Dome.
Yeah, we know about the dance.
remember
So
that.
Okay.
I done that.
I actually used to like that venue.
Yeah,
actually.
it was sick.
Nice venue.
Yeah.
So that was like after 5th year, before 6th form. I done a rave there.
Okay.
So I needed a lineup. So I thought, what am I listening to? I thought I need to call Heartless.
Yeah.
So I called up. I can't remember who it was. It was either Fonty or Bushkin answered, and I said, "Yeah, can I book you for my rave at the Dome?" They're like, "Yeah." I said, "How much?" He goes, you know, I can do it for 150. I was like, "That's a lot, 150."
Yeah.
That was my first event. I thought I can't afford 150. I said, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Obviously now they're like
Yeah.
25 grand.
150.
Yeah. But yeah,
Grand.
so that I had some other DJs, and I put on the event. Didn't know how to fly up.
So what year was this then?
So this was probably like 96, 97.
Okay.
No. So like 98. 98.
So you've been doing this for a while then?
Yeah, like 25 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Are you a good dancer?
I'm alright.
So where's the Hotsteppa name come from?
That's from the football side.
Oh, see, I knew the feet
yeah.
involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, football. So I did a little bit of semi-professional for Hendon in the Ryman League.
Okay.
Little bit, and yeah, that's where the football thing.
Hotsteppa.
The name. Yeah.
Was that name given to you, or did you actually give it to yourself?
I'd say I give it to myself.
Okay.
I used to say to the girls and whatever that it was given to me because I was good.
Yeah.
Big up Cheeky B, because me and him have had little football rivalry. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's left-footed, I'm left-footed.
Okay.
So Cheeky B would always say he's better. We was on the same school team,
Okay.
playing together.
What position was you?
Left midfield.
Okay.
I was used to he used to go left back. 'Cause
Okay.
He was a little bit not as good as me. A little bit slower.
Yeah, cheeky.
But yeah, big up Cheeky B. But yeah, like around that time I did an event. I hated it. It was shit. I said no.
What's that? What, the first event?
The event at the Dome. It weren't for me. Then I thought, let me just DJ now.
Okay.
And that's when I started DJing. And yeah, like 99, 2000. That's when I was getting fully into the DJing.
Did you start picking up the dub plates from early or?
Yeah, so my first dub plate was actually Pulse X by Musical Mob.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so I called him up and I said, yeah, can I get a dub plate? I'll send you my jingle. So Cheeky B done me the Hotsteppa or the vocals.
Vocals, yeah.
And then I had to meet Youngster, the producer, at Music House when it was on Holloway Road.
Yeah.
And then like he turned up, I
Famous
turned
Music
up,
House.
he turned up, and then he was in my school, in primary school.
Oh damn.
Okay.
So it was crazy. So I used to basically get exclusive Musical Mode dub plates. Then I was getting all other dub plates from everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, Music House was mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mad.
So where was the point when, obviously, all right, you got the build up, DJing, putting on your little parties, but the time when now you're making noise, like the time that you crossed over from that garage field and came over to kind of like,
Yeah, so it was probably, I did Young's Wine Bar. It was probably the first party I did. That was called Sex in the City.
right. I think I remember.
So I did about 3 or 4 of them. I did 2 at Young's Wine Bar, and then I did 1 at Earl's Wine Bar.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. So I had Carnival Friday,
Yeah.
and then another promoter had the Saturday, and someone had the Sunday.
And you could wash that both of them, yeah?
No, I just had 1 day. I had 1 day, and then the owner said to me, "Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky. I'll give you the venue for like £400 or something, because there's like big promoters on the Saturday and the Sunday."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, thanks." He said, "Yeah, I don't know how many. You might get like 100, 150." And then it was sold out. Literally downstairs, sold out.
Yeah.
I was still learning about sound systems. I hired a sound system from Watford.
Oh, wow.
Brought in a car.
Oh, wow.
Sound system blew up halfway through the night.
Oh,
But,
yeah, these are the
yeah. And then
Is it insured or did you have to pay?
I pretended it was still working.
Yeah.
Give it back.
There's a movie called Janky Promoters. You need to.
Yeah.
To go and watch it.
Yeah, I heard about
You
that.
heard about it, yeah?
Yeah.
I heard it's not on Netflix though. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you know the funny thing is, we get some of our guests to talk about some of the events and where they done them.
Yeah.
I think you're the actual only person to actually mention Young's. I forgot about that place.
Yeah, Bob Young's, Mr. Young, you know.
Yeah.
Chinese used to go in there. The till was where you picked up your food.
Yeah.
Stroke the cloakroom. You go through that stinky entrance into the dance floor. He had like 3 speakers. You'd still see like chicken chow mein and whatever,
Not cleared up
pineapple
yet.
on
Yeah.
the floor. But yeah, Young's was the
that
spot.
was the one. That was the one.
People don't talk about that. A lot of the venues that everyone used to use back in the day were all restaurant converts.
Yeah, all
like
that.
Silkside,
Yeah.
Backside was even.
Yeah.
There's another one, Torts,
Torts.
Holborn,
Yeah.
Hawks as well.
Yeah, courts. There was all like restaurants in the day, innit?
Mm.
Young's is where I hired for my daughter's christening actually, 2004.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I used that.
Yeah, I think there was a promoter, DJ, Mr. C. He's the one that got me that venue.
Okay, I can't think of
So yeah, just some of the old names. But yeah, that venue was the start.
In
And
some
then-
ways, it's actually come full circle because there's a lot of restaurant venues that are being used right now, especially in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's say more Shoreditch.
Yeah, but that's what it was about back then. When I think, because I was after those first few Sex and the Cities, I was then calling you guys,
Yeah.
Galflex,
Yeah.
Cold as Ice, all the people I was looking up to, thinking like, you guys are running the scene. So I was like calling in all your events, were all in like restaurants.
Yeah.
That's what the city vibe was about.
Yeah.
So I never looked at
What
like
was
the
the
club.
what's the gender? Was that
Agenda, that was like one of them city bars.
It was a
Yeah,
bar.
yeah,
yeah.
Agenda was a bar.
That was impossible to get, but I saw you lot had it, innit?
Yeah. That was it wasn't impossible to get. Well, at that time for you at the time, did you ever get it?
I didn't even try. I was just
Okay.
sticking to the little 300 capacity.
Oh,
restaurants.
whatever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
for-
no.
for
At
a
that
while.
time, for the minute, like you
Yeah,
were talking
yeah.
about early in his career,
Oh,
right?
yeah, early,
Talking about
early. Yeah.
And we have any Ministry of Sound and Scholars and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, all right, cool. Sorry. Rush.
So, did you have a strategy?
Just to go out, have fun and graft.
Mm.
Like, no one really knew who or what I was doing from the garage days. I was involved in an event called Simply Garage, with a guy called Foxy, and that was like just purely the garage stuff. We never touched R&B. So when I went on my own, I thought I'm new to the game. Let me start off small. Doing the small parties. I didn't really have nothing other than I was out with all my friends, Cheeky, my friend Sparky, Devious Man. There was like loads of them in that crew. And yeah, my cousin would come out and we'd just be going to the clubs, being out till 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Taking a CD, not even a CD yet, but taking a flyer. At one point, I used to staple like condoms to the flyers just as a gimmick.
Yeah.
Just something stupid, and just having fun. And I weren't being booked for these parties yet, so I'm still just like promoting, trying to get the word out, and yeah, it's just grafting.
So, reason why I asked about a strategy is because when you actually came and just exploded, I mean, your events and your brand.
Yeah.
Did you have a strategy, or was it something that actually you just started doing, and then all of a sudden you said, "Whoa, we're doing more of this"?
Yeah, it's purely just happened generically, just happened because I was so in love with the music and the scene and everything about it. I just loved it. So I thought it just happened. After that, Sex in the City, I think it must have been like 8 in the morning. I'd got home and I thought, I've paid everyone, and thought I've made like a few £100. Like I've made a profit. And I've had a good time. People have raved. I thought, you know what? It's something that I can make money from. I got to DJ as well.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing for me. I was DJing.
And was you still a garage DJ at the time? Or
Yeah. So I was playing like garage sets.
Yeah.
So I'll be playing all the big tunes for garage, and everyone else like yourselves, and they would play all the other genres. So it was basically a platform. My main thing was a platform for me to play at parties.
Yeah.
And then from there, my kind of a plan was for other promoters to see the noise that I was creating and the buzz, and think, yeah, you know what, we need him to play for us. He would bring his crowd. So yeah, there was a kind of a formula. But yeah, I just wanted to keep putting them on as regular as I could, keep running around, being at all the clubs.
I think, as long as he's talking, when he's saying strategy, I think he's talking about the CD campaign.
Yeah,
No, that's part
that
of it.
was
That's
before the
part of it.
CDs.
But I mean, was it a case of like you sat down and said, "All right, cool, we're gonna do this, boom, let's go," or was it just a case of like you
I was still
started doing something and ran with it?
Yeah, I'd have no strategy in that sense. I just thought, you know what, I'm enjoying it, just keep going, and yeah, probably I'll say I wanted to get bigger clubs.
Did you promote on the university scene?
Yeah. Oh, the university scene was wild. I was fortunate to get booked across the country from like Leicester, De Montfort, Manchester, Birmingham, all the ones like Luton, Brunel, Kingston.
Yeah.
What was that, a domino effect, or you had the contacts, you had the links?
It was just purely from what I was doing with my brands. So like I had Sex in the City. I had a phone call, basically saying that Sex in the City was too close, sounding similar to someone else's event. So I thought, okay, no problem.
The name of the event, or you just don't want to mention it?
Yeah, what was it called? I can't remember now.
Okay.
But yeah, it was too close.
Similar.
And then they said, oh, you got to change it. I thought, I need to keep the word sex in there. So I thought, let me change it to Hey Sexy.
Okay.
So, and at that time, I had Hyper from Nasty Crew.
Yeah.
So Hyper had done the jingle, sex. And it was Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Which back then, it sounded shit now compared to what it turned into Hey Sexy.
Hey, sexy. Yeah.
So that jingle, along with the CDs, that's when it went mad.
So is that when the CD?
So the CDs were coming out, yeah.
So it was the university scene that made you really fill out the nation with CDs?
So it was like, but not just the university. So I would try to fill out every university campus.
That's my point. Like you kind of went from
So I went from the uni scene, and then all the other places I used to go, even like Cameos on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like Corks on a Sunday. I used to drive to like Loop Bar in Croydon on a Sunday.
You was outside.
I was everywhere.
The university circuit had proper clubs as well.
Yeah.
I remember like that when I did that local university circuit. It's like the Oceanas.
Yeah.
What was the other ones? Liquid
and MB.
All the Luminars.
That's the first time you're coming to a real club, because like when you're used to the restaurant conversions and you go to the university thing and you're like, right, these massive clubs.
So like the uni
days of
raves.
super clubs though.
Yeah. The uni
looked
raves.
after as well. You're getting riders as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's your fridge. Yeah, you can have anything. Pardon me. Yeah.
Right.
Them ones.
And the uni raves were just wild.
Yeah.
And because they're obviously of a certain age, just the activities that used to go on at the uni raves, just wild.
Yeah. That's what made me regret not going uni. I was like, oh, this is going on, yeah.
But no, there were people at these raves that didn't go uni.
Still apply. You know what I mean? Later down.
Yeah. So what year was that then? That's where we talking now. Where we at?
So that's still early. That's like early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, early 2000s. And then 2005 was Hey Sexy's first birthday.
Right.
But before that, I was doing a lot of stuff with like Y2K.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did like one of my birthdays was might have been Young's. I must have done Young's or somewhere, like a small thing, and I thought, let me just do a £1 payback for my birthday. So I had Love Club, which used to be in like Shoreditch.
I remember that.
Lasted for a little while. I promoted it, and then they lost their license. So I spoke to Badger, said like, have you got any links anywhere? So he had Scala. He said, look, let's just do Scala in January. So it was called a January sales meets my £1 birthday payback.
Okay.
So we were promoting it. We had like adverts on the radio, and then all of a sudden, like I can't remember, we had a few tickets sold, like the usual spots like Body Music.
Yeah.
Oh, the outlets.
Yeah, all the outlets.
Yeah.
So we sold a few tickets, but then yeah, like the day came, and like Badger said to me, "You're like, where are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm coming. This is like 9 o'clock." I said, "I'm still at home." He said, "No, come down here now. Like, there's like 300 people outside." I was like, "What do you mean, like 9?" He said, "Yeah." Anyway, it got to about 10:30. There must have been 1,000 people outside Scala, 10:30. And then, yeah, it was full up capacity. Doors probably got rushed.
Several times.
Yeah. And yeah, the owner said, "Look, just can't do another party in here. It's just too many people." So he said, "Look, I'll give you a
So
reference."
he said you can't do another party because there's too many people.
Yeah. So
That's the weirdest thing from a venue. Like, venues want people to come to their venue.
So just about controlling.
So
But
it
it
was
was-
basically their job to make sure it's controlled.
Yeah.
I think they're just being polite. I think it might have been too many of the people they didn't want there.
Possibly.
Depending. Do you know what I mean?
It was
Like
just-
certain crowds or whatever. Depending on
Good point.
I don't know what it was,
Yeah,
but it
say
was
in
just
a polite way.
the amount of people. And yeah, he just said, "Look, I'll give you a reference to any club you want. Just unfortunately, you can't come back here." So that's when I thought, you know what, let me try Equinox, Leicester Square. So I called them. They said, yeah, you can't have a Friday, a Saturday. I said, what about Sunday? I said, "Oh no, sorry, that weekend you want, Sunday's gone." So I'll do Monday. So let me just take a Monday then.
Bank holiday Monday.
Bank holiday Monday, May. And then I thought, yeah, let me just try it. Hey Sexy's first birthday. And then by the time the doors were shut, had about 2,300 people.
Wicked.
I saw you lot were on the lineup.
You know what? There's too many events,
It
so
was you lot,
it's hard to kind of remember.
Cold as Ice, Galflex, Entertainment Family, Elliot Ness, and then myself was the only garage set. And yeah. And then that was Hey Sexy's first birthday, and that was part of the 2005. And then Girls came out.
yeah,
that
I
brand.
about that one.
That brand at one point was like bigger than Hey Sexy. I was doing that Ministry, Coronet, done that at Silks and Spice as well. Iron Napa, Hey Sexy and Girls went Iron Napa. Yeah, Iron Napa was another monster.
Yeah.
Iron Napa was.
Yeah, talk about Napa.
How many years did you do?
So Napa started in like 07. I didn't even do a brand at that in 07. I just went out there, DJ'd. So I met the brothers who owned Ice, Black and White, and the all the pool parties. And
Are those venues still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they still got them. They got the water park. So I said, look, I want to come out in 08. Let me just try a couple parties. And they said, yeah, come over. I filmed in 07 as well. So then I brought back some footage, put it out. And then that footage is what got a lot of people gassed about Napa. And then in 08, I put them in Black and White and Ice. It was busy, like capacity again. Filmed another documentary.
Okay.
And then that documentary became part of Inside Out, which I interviewed you lot for, which you were on that. Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. So I'll have to give you a copy.
I was about to say I ain't seen it.
Yeah.
That was a little glimpse.
Yeah. You lot were on
ain't
that.
seen it. No.
But yeah.
That's good. You're ahead of your
Yeah,
time.
done a lot. And then was that before the tune?
Take It Higher. Yeah, so that come out in 08.
Okay.
So that was
talk about that project as well.
So yeah, that tune Take It Higher came about literally from me having. So I was there from the birth of the funky house scene. So came from like the tribal. So I obviously got tribal life as well. But before that, I was like doing.
You say you got Trouble Life. That's one of your events.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my
Cool.
rave as well. Yeah. So yeah, I was playing out. Had all the MCs do me like individual dubs.
Yeah.
So like Versatile, Doctanian, Creeper, Triller, Gracious K, all of them. They all gave me like their vocals, and I used to put them on tunes. So I thought, let me make a all-star dub plate. So I put all of them on one tune, and every MC had a different tune at the time.
So it was actually taken from your dub plates. It wasn't actually them coming in and revoicing.
No. So I did that after.
Oh, okay.
So I literally had this dub plate, and I thought, let me just. First time I played this dub plate was in Flex, which I used to do on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That was Tribal Life, and I played it, and then like first MCs came in, and it just went mad. wheeled it up. Then I think Creed's one come in second. So I was literally wheeling up my dub plate for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought, I was playing this out for about a couple of months. And I thought, you know what, let me just turn this into a tune.
Yeah.
So I got Sophia to come, and she done a few
That was
tracks.
a vocalist.
Yeah. So she come and done the hook.
Mm.
And then I just separated all the MCs, made it into a tune. And that come in 08.
So the actual song
what did you
was
do with the song?
it was the rhythm was there already.
So I made the rhythm with Rio Flawless,
Okay.
with the producer.
So when it was just a dub, that it was that same rhythm.
No.
Okay,
So
different.
made a fresh beat.
Yeah.
I wrote the chorus.
Yeah.
Got Sophia to sing it, and then obviously the MCs have got their bars.
Yeah.
So then I just rearranged it so that it was just radio friendly and friendly for the clubs. That's why I came up with the chorus as well.
Yeah.
But that's how that tune came about.
So you didn't try and get it signed, didn't push for it?
I don't think we didn't push for it to get signed.
'Cause there's definitely hype on it. Like,
It was a really big tune. Yeah, I was definitely in there within the top 15 funky ass tunes, especially with the caliber of all the top MCs on there. But they were signing the like proper radio friendly tracks like Kyla Do You Mind, and even with Gracious K he had to redo his instrumental.
Yeah.
So it was like they were really picky on what they were signing.
Yeah.
But didn't faze me. It was more about just pushing a big tune out there to the scene. It done what it did.
Yeah.
Still playing it now.
Yeah.
So
How many songs did you actually put out of your own?
I put out more in the garage scene.
Mm-hmm.
I probably put about 7 or 8 tunes out in the garage scene
In what space of time?
over the course of about 5 years.
Okay.
Some were like white labels, which were bootlegs. Some were like original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I only made 1 tune in Funky House.
Okay.
But I should have made more, but I just carried away with the events and the DJing. So
Yeah, I think you probably had you was too hands on with too much to be able to do everything.
And then that's when I was deeply in with Choice FM, so I was on a lot with Choice.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
That come about through Master Steps. So he put in a good word. I think they were looking for a few new DJs and presenters at the time.
Was you doing guest shows at that time though before?
So my first ever guest show on Choice was with CK Flash. We first met at Eros, and I actually gave him one of my bootlegs of a garage tune.
You wanted a dub plate of it.
Yeah.
That's CK.
And then he said, come on my show. That's when it was in Borough High Street. And then the second guest show was on Steps. And then that came about probably like 07 maybe. I started on Choice doing really late shows.
Okay, yeah.
And then working my way down to the prime time slots. Yeah. But
So what year was that now, Trace?
So I think it was like 07.
07.
I think 07, and I was probably on there just before they changed up.
And that's before social media as well. So
So
how was you promoting? How was you doing your database? Because you're getting thousands of people at Hey Sexy girls.
So
he works very hard. That's one thing I'll say.
Very
just on an outside perspective for someone that was around.
Original grafter.
Hey,
when man were coming out, you definitely there with
I was very hard worker. That's, you know what I'm saying? And that's just I have to say it from outside person that saw it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know that was the fun of it. I enjoyed it. I don't
know what you enjoyed. It
was just to be outside the raves. And obviously, at that time, I'm single. So
you weren't raving as well, so we might be coming out.
Yeah.
We're sweaty, want to hype, take out a drink or two. You're just professional. You're just outside on job.
But it's the way he had his things as well. You know, like
and
once he bust his boot, everything was good.
What was the team like? I mean, did you all roll in a car?
So we had like two, 3 cars. Sometimes if it was just one car, I'll be like, here's your box. You got me there. You got me there.
Because there was there's like 4 dances going on.
Yeah. And then I had we got Raw Vibes as well, like Alizé, Mayhem, Motives. So they were around.
They were your team.
At a point as well, where they were helping out. But the team before that was I was saying like Sparky and some other guys that had part of that Devious Man them, and Cheeky, big party, always helping.
Right there from beginning.
So yeah, we was literally just all the clubs. But the Hey Sexy brand was such a wicked tool that, like, I'd say Hey Sexy, and then all the time they'd be turn around, and then a lot of the time, because there's no social media, is my voice was on the CDs.
Yeah.
So when I'd say it, like they'd walk and then they'd look back and say, "Hold on, you sound like Hotsteppa, but it's not you."
Yeah,
But I'm like, yeah. So for years and
years,
years,
a black man, you know, innit?
for a while, yeah.
Definitely
Until social media.
Yeah.
But I was just talking in my low voice, just talking, and then so that was a big, like, massive thing. Like, no one knew who I was or couldn't see who I was. So the CDs were a massive part of how I got
bare numbers, innit? Bare phone numbers.
in my database.
With a condom as well. Obviously, whilst watching now, we're talking about
it was just
not now.
Even back then, I was very just calm.
Yeah.
Unlike some of my people around me.
Yeah.
Some people even used to pretend to be me. I'm not even going to say their names, who they were.
Yeah.
Expose them, man.
Some of my so-called good friends.
So-called friends.
So-called good friends. They'll be at the studio on Pirate Radio. They'll be like taking who's Claire, Sophie. So it was,
when we had the episode with Moonlight, it was discussing who was the guy and hardest in the CDs. You know what I'm saying?
There's no competition. Moonlight, my bird dad. There's no competition. Moonlight's a grafter as well.
100%. That's why it's not in question.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even saying, regardless of everyone's grind, and people's grinds were high. But
definitely.
I will, without a doubt, could probably, I don't think I got the receipts of the CDs, but I had thousands of CDs.
Was you printing your own CDs, or
at the beginning it was just at home?
Yeah.
Then I started finding different people who could burn them, but then they couldn't keep up with the demand.
Yeah.
And keep going, and then everyone. I found somewhere in Walthamstow, and then everyone was using the Walthamstow link.
Yeah, that place to shop.
Yeah. I was doing mad numbers of CDs.
Yeah,
mad numbers.
Big up Mr. Chasing the Sun as well, car. He used to be someone that we went to when it got too much for us. His setup was different. You know what I'm saying?
So at these times, was you working as well? Did you have a job?
For a while, I was doing little bits and pieces. Worked in a couple of jewelry shops, and then I stopped, and then done promoting, DJing, and then after that I was doing some consultancy for venues, and just because a big problem you probably know from the events is like doors were getting rushed. They didn't have enough security, crowd control. Even like bar staff couldn't deal with the numbers of people in the club.
So if you could go back in time, what would you have changed to prevent certain issues and problems you use?
It's hard to say. Like when there's such a buzz on a brand or an event, or you're gonna get numbers. It's gonna get crazy, but it's just about crowd control. So where they have it at football stadiums, where they've got too many barriers, which you need to have barriers. You need to have designated areas for where people can queue safely, not just treat them like cattle. You got to like do it properly. So after a point, I would go to venues and say, look, I want to do my party here. I'm going to bring you a minimum of like 1,000 people, but we have to bring in another like 400 barriers or 200 barriers, and you've got to have 20 more security.
That's what I was going to say. What about security, extra security?
And then they'd be like, well, you've got to pay for it. I'll be like, all right, I'll pay for some of it, but you're going to see that your bar spend's going to be 10 times more than it normally is. So if I hit a bar spend, then just give me back the cost I'm going to pay to ensure that the night went well. And most venues were cool with that.
Okay.
Some of the venues didn't understand the logic and were like, no, we're not going to get this many. We don't need this many. We run fine normally. But there was quite a few other good brands that were having the same problems.
That's the problem when you actually try to talk to the actual owners of these venues, but then they think they know better.
Always the case.
Like, isn't prevention better than cure?
Yeah, but it also scares them as well.
Yeah.
Now you're telling them they're used to their little 300-400 comfortable.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, man saying, 1,000 people, 20 extra security, bare more barriers.
But
kind of it does.
It was always that, yeah.
It might scare them.
Fear factor into them.
It might scare them, but at the same time, it's like you're putting it out there from the get-go. So for the fact that you're putting them out there from the get-go, they shouldn't come back to you and say, no, we're like this all the time. It's going to be fine.
So I was doing both scenarios. I would say it to them up front, and then I'd see the kind of there was a lot of resistance from them. So they'd be like, no, let's leave the event. And then I'd because I see they were getting scared.
Because I mean, the fair should basically say to them, "Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
you can't have the venue then." You shouldn't be saying, "Oh, well, nah, it'll be
they
fine."
still need to hit the targets.
So,
they still need to. They still need the black
Even
band.
for you lot, can I ask you lot the question? There's guys that's done big raves and stuff. Yeah, like when you've got a certain amount of raves going on, do you still keep a conscience for what happens in the rave?
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because I know, like, you know, like when you've got so many raves going on and things are just happening left, right, centre. There might be someone might got killed in one of the raves, someone got beaten up and running, whatever. Like how does it make you lot feel? Like, I don't know, because I've never asked a promoter that. Because does it weigh in on your conscience, or do you feel like because of the security, because of the club?
All right, so it's the same as having, let's just say, I'm using you hypothetically.
Yeah.
Your child who goes out and kills another child. It still weighs on your conscience that it's your child that done it.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, it's ownership, knowing that you own this event. This is part of my DNA in certain ways, and it's something's happened to my event.
Yeah.
It really does make you feel a certain way, because everybody knows, oh damn, that's your thing.
Yeah. Dagz, Hotsteppa?
Yeah, I mean, as promoters and DJs, we just want to put on the parties to have a good time. To DJs to go out, smash the sets, ravers to come, keep building the brand. So no promoter should always have to say to other venues, I'd never want to put on a rave for someone to have a fight or to get hurt.
It's all to have fun, right?
It's always to have fun.
Idiots though, innit?
That's what I'm saying. So
and that's why I said if when you've got so many raves, you know, like when you're doing one or two, you might be a bit more conscious of what happens there. But you know, when you've got so many raves happening, like to me, I feel like I always wondered, like, can people even emotionally connect themselves to these events, knowing that things happen, especially in the time that we was coming and the times that you're talking about, like let's say 05 to even let's say 95 to 05, let's just say that 10 years. That was a very dangerous period of raving. You get what I'm saying? So there was a lot of madness happening. So it's like, that's why I thought, like, how did it make you feel? Like, even like looking back at those things, was it, you know what I'm saying? And how does it feel? Does it still play on your conscience, or is it something that's just like it's in the past?
I think to me the worst part of when something does happen like that is it's the promoter who has to take the burden of it and not the venue. Yeah. Especially in our world. Yeah. When say for example what you were saying, you're telling the actual venue, well, you have to book more security, more gates, blah blah blah. They didn't want to do it. Then all of a sudden, the finger's being pointed at you. Not the fact that, hold on, I told you already that this is going to be.
That's what I was thinking as you're
10
saying
million
it.
people there.
Yeah, literally.
And then if anything happened, they'd be the first one to the police. No, it was this event.
Yeah.
It was this promoter.
They try to distance themselves.
Yeah, then you start getting blacklisted from the clubs.
Risk assessment, innit?
Then you then got to fight back with the resistance from the police or the clubs and say, no, it's nothing to do with that. But yeah, that happened a long time ago.
And I think, I don't know about how it was then.
How did you do it? How did you?
You just have to show them that it wasn't what they were saying. Like,
were the conversations put in writing at all, or were they all verbal?
Yeah, it's all verbal, isn't it?
Okay, it makes it even harder because you can't even prove that you've told them that there's going to be 10 million people coming tonight.
But it's such a long time ago, and that style of ravers and how people were and the stuff that used to go on, it just stopped basically. A long time ago, and it's just a different type of raving now. It's just totally different. Like the way people go out now and rave is so different. Brunches, day parties, just the late parties. There's not that many that there used to be.
True. I saw.
There's definitely a change. Definitely.
But yeah,
for the better as well.
But
I prefer it.
Yeah,
I prefer it.
it's the drinking patterns.
Yeah.
You know, like the
Yeah, we
late
always
night
said that,
drinking,
we always
like,
said
even
that.
if you go to a day party, you was there from early and you drink, you kind of start sobering up during like before you even leave the rave. Sometimes you know what's there, like, but something about that nighttime period.
Yeah,
Where it just gets
I've
dark.
always said that. So come like 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
everyone's in a vibe. As a promoter, and you must know, as a promoter, you can't really get into it until that final whistle.
I know.
Lights come on, everyone's going to their cars,
Yeah.
leaving
Yeah.
safely.
Yeah.
That's when you can say, all right, we made it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But the thing is that I was saying that I miss the raves back then.
Yeah.
Because there was no social media, there's no people filming. It was like you'd go out and you'd be out
You enjoy it
partying
properly.
all the way, even until you go Bagel King, Mr. Bagel, Brick Lane, Dalston, and you're still partying and you're still
Nobody
chatting.
wants to go home.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're getting home at 7,
Yeah.
8. And,
Where was you? We was at Mr. Bagels, and then we went McDonald's drive-through. Then we went.
If it weren't departure
those
lounge.
were the days,
Yeah,
still, you know.
that's
So
what I'm
like,
saying.
You remember departure lounge was the after party?
yeah.
For that kind of scene.
Yeah,
anyway.
the house,
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. You're right. Those days, they're gone now, man. They're gone.
For us.
Yeah.
But
You
even-
don't remember how long ago it was, you know.
Yeah, because
No,
like, there's a new
you got-
generation.
you got-
No, it's a new generation of raving,
Yeah.
but it's all filmed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you could be minding your own business,
And
but
yeah.
but Tom from Huddersfield is filming, and then that clip gets put on social media, and for whatever reason, there's 2 people whining,
Yeah.
but you're in the background just saying to a barmaid, "Can I get a drink?" But then you've been seen talking to a girl,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Yeah.
He calls before you even meet.
yeah. So you can't even go out.
Yeah.
You're filmed.
I'll be honest. The closest look to our days now, as in after the party, is Shoreditch. Because in reality, all the food places are still open late after they finish the venues. So everybody's like going to the nearest kebab shop or whatever else is, and there's loads of shops that are open at that time as well. So I think Shoreditch is probably the closest, and also the fact that there's so many venues that are just dotted around from space to space to space kind of reminds me of City.
Yeah.
Because obviously used to park up like in one spot just nearby Bank Station,
There's about 50 venues, isn't
and
there?
then we'll go from
Silks and
Silks and Spice to not to Agenda, to what's in between Silks and Spice and Agenda.
Pitch and piano.
Yeah, well, there was Picture and Piano
There's
as well.
Pitch and Piano there as well.
Yeah,
What's the other one that was there too?
Mustard Bar was round the
Mustard
corner.
Bar.
APT.
Yeah,
Ah,
APT.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man.
Wordsmith. Was it called Worship?
Worship. There was like, you could just go from one spot to the next spot to the next spot and and then basically walk back to your car. Do you understand what I mean?
He was a king at that, boy. I didn't.
I loved it.
You had
I had my, I had my parking spot. I had my parking spot,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
near Bank Station.
Yeah.
collect your money.
Yeah.
And
I remember the struggles on New Year's Eve when you had 2-3 bookings on New Year's Eve and they said the bridges are closed and things like that.
Yeah.
And there ain't no sat nav. I'm
No.
sure there was no sat nav them time there.
No.
Nah, so
A to Z.
I mean, there was, but it was the old one. I forgot the name of it. Tom.
But where we was out all the time in the city,
Yeah.
we come from the city raves, you just knew the city like it was your back garden.
When in New Year's Eve, obviously, as a DJ, if you're gonna be in the city, you have to get there early.
Yeah.
Hotsteppa didn't have that issue. He was putting on the parties and 2 or 3.
Yeah.
What's the most you've done on a night? Your parties going on one night.
Maybe like 4 or 5.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have them problems about
And he's on
issues
Choice
about-
FM as well. Same time as well. You know, like, you can hear him on the radio and he's got a couple of shifts getting.
Yeah.
But it was
I
different.
expect you to say 3. I said 5.
That was a push. That one time I did 5.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have done 5, but it was
It work out still?
alright.
It work out still?
It worked out luckily, but yeah, I could have just done 2.
Yeah.
Different.
Less
hours.
stress. Was it the
Yeah.
stress side of it, or was it just like?
It was just because it was just 'cause I just loved it. I just loved putting on parties. So it wasn't even like a greed thing or anything. It's like I wanted to put on like a old school R&B event, because that I could see a market for it. Then I wanted to put on like a house event, like tribal, I think it was the Tribal Life or something. Then I wanted to put on, did another thing called Fudge Puppets, the most random rave, but I did it for like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I remember that.
That rave was like the most magical rave. I just only did it on New Year's Eve, and I did it 3 years, and that was it.
So was the when you put on the 5 events in the same night, was that just to see if you could actually do it?
It weren't even like an ego thing if I could do it. It was just, I just saw an opportunity to put on 5 different parties that I thought I could get near enough, like the capacity, like 300 in there and 500, and just people would have a good time.
They're probably throwing venues at you them 10 days. Oh,
sometimes you get like calls saying like we've got this availability but at the same time some venues wouldn't want me in there because for whatever reason. So some of the guys would have like one venue, then they'd go and buy another one, or like with Ifbar, then there was like Stratford Rex, like management would change, and it's just even the Silks and Spice guy, he went and opened up another place.
Did he?
Yeah.
What's his name again? I was trying to think what his name was.
His name, you know.
Yeah, years ago.
Even the lot from Cameos,
Okay.
they went and opened a spot in them lot moved to like Vauxhall at one point. But everyone was moving around, venues were becoming available, and you could see with certain clubs when somebody had like a certain association with a certain clique, like you lot would be in there, and like Cold as Ice would be in there, or like Elliot would be in there, and then there'd be some other clubs that like certain other people would be in there. It's like even like Citizens, like some of them, some of them, like
I done my birthday in there, 2003.
there you go.
Yeah, massive.
So many spots, even like Silver Spoon, Wembley, like I've done a couple parties in there.
Done that. I've never been there.
Yeah.
it's like a roller. It's right next to the stadium.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
there.
roller skating. Something you might even went roller skating there.
Okay. Yeah.
Missed all them spots, man.
What about you in terms of owning a venue? Is that something that you've ever thought about?
Yeah, you think about it every now and again, but
No.
just with all the things that goes on, not just like
Yeah, 'cause it
trouble
must not
and
be
stuff.
easy. It must not be easy.
Yeah, I never
Nice
looked
and
into it that hard to,
Yeah.
but from seeing people, I've done like probably maybe 2 dry hire raves in my life, and dry hire wasn't for me.
That interests you?
Nah.
No?
I know you lot taking like 60 bags
I wish.
per event.
I wish.
When you got the
I
bar,
wish.
you got the door,
I wish.
and wherever else is
That's
food and everything.
That's probably what you make on a normal night, mate.
Exactly.
You know
From
what I
the
mean? You
5
know?
parties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what
Even
you're talking about.
though £1 parties, you still make 60 bags.
But no, owning, it's just bar staff. You got to pay rates. You got to pay your lease. If you don't own a freehold, you got to make sure you got a licensee who's clean, who's not doing dodgy stuff. And you got to make sure you can trust your head bar staff. You got to trust. You got your security. It's just and then you got to make sure you got promoters in there. And you can't just have a venue that's going to run Friday to Saturday, Sunday. How are you going to utilize the other days? So I mean that's why those restaurant venues were killing it, because in the city, Monday to Friday, they're serving food. The lunchtime rush,
City crowd.
City crowd.
That's
Then
just
they got
extra
off.
money, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of that is just extra dough.
That's what I'm saying. That Saturday, that Friday and Saturday night that we brought to the table
Yeah.
probably made as much as they made all week
That's what I'm saying.
from our one night.
Facts. Because there's bottles in it.
Yeah.
So, but what about you? Didn't you lot have a couple of venues?
Couple of venues.
Wouldn't say we had venues.
What do you mean? Venues on lock? What do you mean? Venues
So you lot bought a
in the
venue.
back pocket?
Man said we bought a venue. though.
GEnts definitely had a venue.
Yeah, no, we didn't buy a venue from you, bro. We didn't buy a venue from you.
offered
I mean,
it
we
to
us. Leased it.
couldn't afford your rates. I mean, we couldn't afford your rates.
Yeah.
Your rates are too hot, Steppa.
Yeah. But
Let's
no.
talk about Dubai, because I saw a flyer a couple of days ago, and it
So
came
yeah,
up
just,
on my timeline. What's going on there?
So that's with the brand Tribal Life.
Okay.
So yeah,
How long Tribal Life been running for?
for a while, since like 2006, 7.
Okay.
So that started at Yates in Stratford.
Wow.
So you're talking almost 20 years now.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been around a while. That was big movement with like the tribal Afro house.
I remember
Some
the flyer.
funky was in there as well. Yeah. So yeah, doing that heavy for back then. To Yates on a Sunday. Then it moved to Flex. That was one of the big brands that helped with that venue get
On a Sunday?
on
or-
a Sunday. Yeah, every
night?
Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah, every Sunday. Then we did a couple one-offs at Rex. And then over the years, just been in other venues. And then I'd say since like 2019, did it at Embankment, Proud.
Yeah.
And then that was sold out, 1,000 people.
Nice.
And then lockdown come, so it's a bit of a
Changed
mad
everything.
one. And then I come back with it at
So Kentish Town.
Kentish Town Forum.
Yeah.
Then went to Ministry in the Jubilee weekend, and then just recently Carnival, just had just under 2,000 through the door.
Excellent.
And then
What's your new way of promoting? I think that's what maybe Longers was saying, because like,
Yeah.
back in the day we'd always see each other out
yeah.
promoting and stuff.
So
So
before we get to that, with tribal life now,
Yeah.
how has that sound changed
It's definitely
from
incorporated.
2007
Yeah,
to
so that-
what it is now?
So that sound is still popular because it kind of never died. So
Yeah.
with what a lot of the other
I
popular
know
house
kind
DJs,
of the Afro house kind of scene
Yeah,
does
yeah.
promote
So,
a lot of
like-
tribal sounding.
yeah, that sound is still there, heavy, and it's kind of come full circle. But then obviously, Amapiano
that's what I was
has
gonna say.
totally brought back that sound and brought the youngsters.
Yes.
So that sound is it's its own movement,
Mhm.
like coming straight from Africa to the world.
Yeah.
Not just coming to here; it's everywhere.
Mhm.
I
And
think
then
Black Coffee
Black
sound
Coffee.
kind of, like, because Black Coffee's still house, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
faster than the
yeah.
piano. So like,
Mm.
I feel like that helped people helped Amapiano get to the world,
Yeah.
because Boosie sound and all of that, and like people understanding South African music as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's weird because it's not quite the same. It's like
It's still tribal.
it's the Amapiano sound. All right, so the house sound is like 123 up.
Mm.
Amapiano on
115.
a whole is kind of 113 to 118. So it's in terms of like that's most of it. So yeah, it's
Mac,
it's an
put some
arm.
subtitles up. Japanese.
Well, we're talking about BPMs, yeah, the
It's
speeds.
about BPM.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, but then,
130 to
so
118.
so the different house scenes are like they're adamant. No, if you play Amapiano faster than like 116, nah, you're
Yeah,
washed.
yeah,
You can't- you
I've seen
can't mix
some
it.
like that.
There are
Yeah,
the
but-
Amapiano songs
yeah,
that are
yeah.
like up to 118
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Some
but-
DJs got mad of how slow it gets played. So
Yeah, and
sometimes
then
it's too slow.
and then
Mix
some
it
of the
up.
tribal
Yeah.
stuff they'll play it slower, but it's just a mixture.
Yeah.
So people who are not so like hardcore, no, I'm just Amapiano. You've got Amapiano, you've got Afro tech, got
Yeah.
tribal, soulful house.
And then you got Afro piano too.
Yeah, so it's just ever growing. But yeah, that movement has helped the big scene that's out there now, especially with what like original guys are doing with their stuff. Like
Yeah.
Seth Combo's got his parties, which he's definitely got to do some more of his stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many people doing like the tribal house now. And yeah, that's how it's kind of tribal life is still been able to keep going, because it's utilizing the new with the old.
Yeah.
So
Are you partnered with anyone with that, or is that just solely?
yeah,
yourself?
just myself, and then
Just going back to that question, sorry, before we
Oh,
go
sorry.
there. Like, what is your how do you promote these days? You know, because obviously, like I said, we don't see each other out promoting flyers. No one does
Yeah,
flyers
so-
anymore. So
80% of it is definitely social media. Well, yeah, say 50% social media.
Yeah.
I've got a massive database of emails.
yeah, okay,
But with tribal, I still do the old school stuff where I go and flyer.
okay.
So at the festivals, I'm
Yeah.
flyering.
Big.
Didn't do CDs, but I only recently stopped doing CDs
yeah,
because
okay.
some of the older events you go to that have got the 30+ crowd,
Yeah.
they still want CDs because their cars are still slightly older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll take the CD. But yeah, it's mostly social media now, sponsor posts and that kind of stuff. But
Big.
your database is key. So
100%.
where I've still been doing a lot of parties, and I've got another brand I do, the Funky House Brunch. So the data from that crosses over into tribal life.
Big.
But yeah,
That's
You enjoy doing the brunch.
yeah.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, that the Funky House Brunch is its own entity. It's
And
just
nostalgia, man.
What time is it? Because it's crazy, isn't it? You can make money,
lunchtime.
be home by like 5 o'clock in the
The
afternoon.
first one I did was in Camden at Fest, which is not there no more. But stores opened at 12.
Come on.
We had a queue at 11:30
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Because the first
That's
hour,
what I'm talking about,
the
man.
first hour was bottomless rub
Bring me
pipe.
in, bring me in.
Yeah.
He's excited.
Bring me in.
And then
What, home by 5?
it finished at
Buying
5.
peas by 6?
Aye, 5
dinner
o'clock.
time.
5 o'clock it
get
finished. I
on.
was out of the
Allow
venue.
it, allow it.
I was out of the venue by like 5:30, 4:45.
Shout you-
Because
shout
it was
you a
winter,
bit.
it was dark. So like in your mind, you're like, I've just been in a nightclub. I come
Yeah.
out, it's 6 o'clock. Like normally, I'm not even in the shower getting ready to go out.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Anyone
what-
chose an outfit yet
and then
at 6
like,
o'clock?
and then what do you do? It's like, oh shit, I gotta go home. Or like, so you just literally, but yeah, brunches.
Brunches, way forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do an extended one, so like a
7 or
brunch,
something like
stroke
that.
day party to go
Okay.
until like 7, 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, the brunches,
Alright,
mad.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them I do start at like 2 o'clock, finish
Yeah.
by 7.
Way forward.
And you guarantee good people, you know.
But yeah, no, the brunches are the way. Yeah, got loads more of them coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, loads more.
So Dubai, because I don't think I spoke about
Yeah,
it. How did
yeah.
that come about? And,
So
when,
that-
and when is it? Promote it. When
So
is
it's coming up. Don't know when it's gonna air, but it's gonna be on the 18th of November.
What event is that?
Tribal Life.
Okay.
It's gonna be at Lekki in Dubai, Lekki Club.
Is this your first time?
Yeah, just putting the brand out there. It's, yeah, just
how did that come about?
just it's literally through people that I've been working with, just linking up with the English promoters that are now promoting out there full time in Dubai. So they've got regular nights going on, and yeah, just teaming up, putting the brand there. But yeah, with Tribal Life, we've got a big up Hawks. We started that together.
Shouts out.
Kid.
And yeah, just the brand's going, and yeah, just gonna do one, see how it goes. I literally put it on sale, the flyer, had a notification, sold your first ticket. So people
Nice.
people out there, obviously all the Brits and stuff that are from here, they know about it.
Yeah.
So sold a few already, and some people are now were going to Dubai, which is probably one of the best things about Dubai now, is that so much people from London and
Are going
the
out,
UK are just going, just randomly, not even for a reason. So I was fortunate some people are booked,
Yeah.
and they know the brand, so they want to come.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's on the lineup?
just myself and then with some special guests.
Okay.
So it's more about just getting the brand.
Hotsteppa and friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There'll be some good special guests coming,
Yeah.
Wicked.
which I'm not gonna say, but they're big in the scene.
Over the years, you've done a whole heap of stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you still aspire to do in the future?
What's on that list? What would be on that list? What have you not done?
It's a good question.
I miss radio, so possibly get back to radio.
What kind of radio? You're talking
Yeah, like the legal ones,
yeah, absolutely.
the main ones.
Capital Extra, BBC One Extra, etc.
Yeah. Because just that whole time on Choice. Well, prior to Choice, Pirate Radio was its own vibe. It was just
Yeah.
Like-
That time as well.
Yeah.
the generation now will never experience that. They can only see or hear about it on podcasts or documentaries. And to be a part of that was amazing. And obviously you pick up your personality and your vibe from it. But yeah, when I was on Choice, yeah, just to be part of that family and what Choice FM was about. It was it was a unique station. So
Definitely.
to be able to play what I played and get the listeners and all of that. So yeah,
But anything that you haven't done?
haven't done. Probably some of the countries I haven't played in. Like to play some of them countries.
Name. Put it out there, man. Universe.
Like some of the Asia, like Japan, China, because I heard that funky and house is massive out there, but
Okay.
haven't played out there. Like South America,
Yeah.
Brazil, Argentina,
Yeah.
Colombia,
Yeah.
like just go and play out there.
Yeah.
You can pass for Brazilian still. You
Yeah, maybe Hector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the bricks.
That's what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe kind of get some kind of like record label type something to just push what I want to push.
So would you want to be a record exec executive?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not really, maybe not a record executive, but just with the contacts I have and the knowledge I have from the scene and the stuff, maybe just the kind of like, not a Ray Donovan type, but you know, like the guy in the middle who can push you. So just
The plug.
Yeah, but yeah, something, I don't know. I haven't looked into that whole side yet, but.
And is there any places in the world that you think to yourself, I want to take my brand there in particular?
I'd love to go Vegas. Vegas is, everyone classes as the #1 party place.
Which brand would you take?
I'd want to take me as well, like as in Hotsteppa with Tribal Life and with some of my other brands. I'll do another brand, Drunk in Love, which is like just like a commercial mixture of R&B and everything. But
so you mentioned Tribal Life a lot. Is that your main brand at the moment?
so yeah, I'm pushing that heavily now because of the movement that house, the journey of house. It's in your face.
It's current.
Yeah. So it's definitely back out alive there, Tribal Life. I've had talks with people to bring back Hey Sexy and Girls, but start it maybe like as a brunch or a day party, and maybe just keep it as that because the nighttime thing is not as big as that.
Yeah.
And maybe start a couple new brands. Not sure what new brands I want to start, but yeah, like I said, Tribal Life is what we're pushing hard now.
Is there anybody that's, and we're going back now, anyone that's helped you in your career that you'd like to give a dedication, a thank you to, a mention?
Yeah. So from the garage days, like all the people like Passion FM, Y2K, Extreme, Sweet FM, all of them stations, Choice FM, Ivor, Amber, Lisa, especially up to Master Steps, because without him, he wouldn't have been the link to put me through to there. And then, yeah, just literally all the clubs and managers and everyone that gave me the opportunity to put my brands in there.
The haters as well. Did you get a lot of that along the way?
But you get that with any business. So
in your face or just kind of?
I'd say 99% not in my face.
Okay.
Which is how it goes.
Yeah.
Saying what they want to say.
And I guess you'll just take it in your stride as well. I don't think you'll be a person to let it bother you like that.
Yeah, if you let all that bother you, then it's just going to stop you from
Wrong job.
the next day not picking up the phone call to get a club or get a different club. If you get blocked from one, you move to another. And sometimes by not going to the club you wanted to go to, you didn't think about calling that club, but that club worked out better. You got more people, you got a better vibe. But like I said, in any industry, you'll get people that don't want to see you do well, or they're not in a good place themselves. So you can either get strength from that negativity and move on, or you can roll with it and just fade away. But
sink or swim.
Yeah, man. And my documentary that I did, Inside Out, everyone that was a part of that, everyone that was interviewed on there, which is why I interviewed you guys.
So where can we get that then?
I'm going to put that back out.
Yeah.
So I've got the main DVD. I sold quite a few thousand of them. There's all in the shops, but I'm going to release the whole documentary again. Put it out on.
So for the camera, tell us a bit more about the documentary.
So it was literally I hate that word, everyone say literally, but it was basically about the 4 main scenes at the time, which was funky house, the niche stroke bassline scene, which was from up north. I did R&B and like the bashment dancehall scene as well, so I talked about those 4 scenes. And then there was also subsections where it was about Iron Appa, and then the day in the life of a promoter. So those are the main things that was on there. Had everyone on there from Skepta, Bashi, T2 who done Heartbroken, all the funky guys, Apple, Danae I think was on there. Had like Wayne Wonder, Shaggy, GEnts was on there.
Come on.
Kojo, everyone was on there.
Do you know that you mentioned one name in there, right? Just when you was mentioning names, and
GEnts.
No, Bashy.
Yeah.
You know, that man's Hollywood now, Mr. Hollywood. So,
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah.
mean? That's a big thing to have.
So you know what? Yeah, I forgot another one of my raves. Fragrance. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes,
So
yes,
so
yes.
I
Bashy.
remember we used to have the different
Yeah,
layers
yeah,
of faces on
yeah,
there.
yeah. So Bashy actually done me a dub plate for Fragrance.
Oh, damn.
So we took that tune, Lloyd Shorty, I think it is. What's the tune? I'll find it and you can put it
Yeah.
up.
All right.
But yeah, so he done me a tune where he basically sung and was spitting bars the whole tune, and that dub plate was set up my Fragrance event at Terminals.
Wow.
And had it was mad. So big up Bashy because Bashy had done me some sick dub plates.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm actually sad that he doesn't actually record anymore.
I'm sure he will come back. He's got to do.
I mean, I prefer him to be a bit more like Idris. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
But
doing
Idris is
music
still doing
because he
music.
still
Yeah,
loves it.
yeah,
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 you know what I
yeah.
mean. So and still acting. So I'm disappointed in him for not. I'm loving what he's doing with the acting.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed that he ain't doing no more music.
Tell him, man.
Because he used to do his dance, innit? The Chupa Troops. Or
Yeah.
Chopper chops.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. He used to come to my parties.
Yeah.
He'd be in there raving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember them days.
Back in the day, I felt sorry for every DJ that listen, they have to just get in there because everyone's their friend. And for some reason, everyone wants to get in.
And them time there, my area don't have no behavior.
Not at all.
There's no
Them
behavior.
time there.
It's all man
When
shoulders,
they
man
have,
shoulders.
whenever they had behavior,
Yeah, true. It was worse then.
Yeah,
It was
worse than I said it earlier.
You know what? It was one of those ones where you had to either just walk and act like you don't see nobody, or a lot of people just kind of I know I had to, but then or there's that one where you kind of like congregate in a certain area near the front for a little while, and then hope to slide in kind of thing, and hope nobody don't see you. It's like, yeah, you have to have your little tactics.
That's what was good about them uni raves. They had backdoor engine, all of that kind
Yes.
of. It's all.
Luminar clubs always had
They treat you like a
Yeah.
VIP in the phone. You ready? I'm gonna send John over there now. Go there right now. 2 minutes. He'll be there. I'm walking and talking to him. John, he's there now. Hotsteppa's there at the bedroom. It's wicked. Wicked that times.
And you had to be friends with security.
Yes.
Because they were the literally gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They were letting you in with 10 or letting you in with 1 or none.
It's just the eye contact. You made eye contact. Right, security. Yeah, we're in.
Yeah.
We're in.
Right, and I'll always remember the one set of security that always used to bat up DJs as well as the people in the actual queue.
What
Yeah.
venue was that?
Hackney Central,
Yeah,
Mustard Bar.
Mustard Bar,
Because I
Salt and Spice,
I had scraps with them.
Agenda. They got around.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
You know what I miss as well?
Abacus.
Players Club, bro.
Oh, exactly.
Players Club.
Players Club.
Wow.
Aye.
that was our
Used to be
home.
some parties in there.
That was our home.
Yeah.
That was lit. Like it was dangerous.
I
as
think
well.
we was the
We
first,
done
Paparazzi
we
one.
done Christmas
Yeah.
Eve together. Yeah.
and we were actually the first people to turn it from being an old people's club into something that
Yeah.
everybody our age will come out to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that in itself was a bit risky at times, man.
That was-
Coming that one gate,
Yes.
and then you're just trapped
Very,
in a football
very.
field.
What when gunshots are going off and everyone's trying to get.
in the field.
No, no gunshots, no gunshots. Not with us, not with us,
No,
not with us.
Oh,
No.
outside.
bonfire.
I didn't say you was busting.
Bonfire.
That was bonfire.
I know. I'm talking about not our events.
Players Club, yeah.
That was bonfire night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
But Players Club, yeah. Every Friday was bonfire night at Players Club. Yeah.
I was in the car park. You get me? Yo!
And then the security would just shut certain people in, and certain people just outside. Madness.
Yeah,
and then you're in the
I remember
playground.
Players Club. Yeah, we had paparazzi.
Yeah.
Big up Elliot Ness days.
Some of the best parties.
No,
Don't get
Yeah.
me.
But
Yeah.
like you said,
It was
but it was
nice
it was
party.
just that entrance thing alone.
Yeah.
It would play on your head, even if nothing's going on. You're like, if anything goes off, what is that the only way?
Nice and
Listen, I've done a dance in Twilights, mate. Have you done a dance in Twilights?
I played with
Can't, can't get worse than that, yeah?
Town.
Can't get worse than that, yeah?
Hold on, did you say you've done a dance? I just asking. I just asking. I like for a friend.
That's the first time you remember anything, and we were in season 2. It's funny how you remember that.
Hold on a second. I just asked the question. I didn't say.
You shocked me.
innit?
You shocked me. You shocked me.
Just a question. That's all.
Alright, love it.
You know what?
I don't remember nothing. No year, no venue, no name of the dance. But yeah, he remembered.
Yeah.
One did I? Yeah. Alright.
Hey, listen. Hey, I thought on this podcast we're allowed to ask questions. That's all. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Twilight's was lit as well. Some of the most dangerous places were lit. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I think they would go on later to, and them days it was about getting on as late.
Twilights will go on to whatever time, just as long as there's people in there.
I remember
I
the
used to call it
owner's
the
name,
black
man.
egg.
It's gonna come to me. I can't remember the owner's name.
Another
Same
big
level,
party
yeah.
I did was Orange Fridays at Brixton Mass.
Okay,
that was-
South.
Yeah, that was a wicked party.
Yeah.
Orange Fridays, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brixton Mass, that was big.
Yeah.
Done it for a while, yeah.
What's the concept?
Just ran out of names, bro.
No. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But mix up dance.
I thought it's mixed
Yeah.
up. Yeah. You lot come and played as well.
Yeah.
How you forgetting that?
I didn't play in Mass. That must have been you and Slick.
So,
'Cause I didn't
okay.
play.
Yeah,
in
we had
I've been on there
two rooms.
once or twice. Yeah.
I think that was you and
You and the young boys. The youngster when he was in training.
Yeah. But he was well out of training from before then. Well out of
oh,
training.
you can book Slick as well because he's in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
He's too busy making his lattes, bro. He's just
Man, lattes, you know.
everything he's posting is a caramel frappuccino latte,
Okay.
Damn.
and he just films it from
Yeah.
10 reels of his cappuccinos.
Okay.
Do you remember when people just started making raves off songs that came out? There
Yeah.
was no thought into it. Like as soon as the song came out, it was a rave.
That was most of the yardie dances though. That was most of the yardie dances.
No, there was a
yeah.
period though where everyone was doing it. Like if there was a hot song,
Yeah.
it would be a rave. With,
Sweet like candy.
there was
Flowers.
You know,
Party like a
there was a
rock
big
star,
house
all of
rave. How does it feel over that?
Yeah.
That was a big event. There must be loads more. Yeah.
Big tune as well.
When there's a house dance going on that started, I think there's like 3 or 4. I love days like this.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's,
So it's still happening.
That makes sense though.
that's going on.
Yeah,
that makes
Forward
sense.
to that one as well.
See,
Yeah.
still happening there.
Still
Yeah.
happening, still happening.
Yeah.
So
Did you get drunk in
So-
love like that as well? You must have got drunk.
Yeah, drunk in
Yeah,
love.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
same
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
You're guilty.
No, I brought that out before the tune.
Did you?
Yeah, then Beyonce must have just saw the rave. And,
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah.
The social media
That's what
again.
I'm saying. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So what's in store now, Hotsteppa? Then what's the next end of
yeah.
the year? It's Christmas.
The end of the year, I got Drunk in Love, New Year's Eve.
Okay.
At GG's in Hoxton. I'm gonna be doing Tribal Life at Ministry in January, January the 6th. Tribal Life
My
in
brother's
Dubai.
birthday.
Yeah.
Mm.
Come and get a table with.
Yeah, he's up in Cambridge. Well, yeah,
Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That you sorted. Well, I got your Tribal Life in Dubai.
My birthday.
There you're flying out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly taking Tribal Life maybe to Lagos.
Oh, big.
Maybe. We'll see.
Make it happen, man.
Yeah. And then, just still DJing. Got bookings all the way up until New Year's Eve and next year.
Yeah, as long as his intro, as long as said you just removed yourself. Yeah, it is
No
good.
English, no comprende, no understand español. Español, no.
Yeah, but just busy. And then the Funky Ass Brunch. That's gonna be Cargo in Manchester. Probably from January onwards now because busy.
Is it Alaska?
Nah, Cargo.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I got a few other venues like Leicester.
Cargo.
Yeah, they got one in Manchester as well now.
Okay.
Okay.
And gonna be doing it in London. Just
Just busy.
just keeping busy with the brands. Possibly Hey Sexy and Girls coming back.
Yeah.
So,
Day party.
so have you actually gone full circle now? Like, is your main DJ sets now house based?
So I prefer to play house.
Mm.
So if I'm playing out, I mostly get booked for house.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm playing. For a while it was mixed sets.
Yeah.
Especially around Choice FM days, I get booked for everything.
Yeah.
Playing more house. And then
And your preferred sound in the house?
I prefer the traditional like tribal sound. So tribal soulful house. Like the Kenny Dopes kind of sound, charisma, black coffee, just the kind of soulful tribal sound.
And you're rolling with an MC because it used to be Cheeky B.
Yeah, so Cheeky, he's kind of retired.
Yeah,
he actually jumped on mic at Carnival this year.
Oh,
so
God.
I played at Carnival. Big up Four Corners.
Uh-huh.
Them lot had their sound. But yeah, he come out of retirement. He's proper potentially going to be an MP soon.
Yeah.
He should be. So he's
got
gone that way. Yeah.
Oh, like, you know what?
Yeah.
Round of applause to Cheeky, bro.
Yeah, he should be.
That's different levels.
He's trying to say he don't want to become an MP, but he will. Watch,
Okay.
5-10 years.
Put out.
Yeah. Put his Instagram. Tag him.
Yeah,
Tag him
exactly.
Cheeky B for MP. Yeah.
Yeah, hashtag.
But yeah, MC wise, it's just everyone. I did a promo mix for Tribal Life where Gemini and Terminal 4. So I rented out Pirate Studios.
Wicked.
We filmed it. It's on my YouTube channel.
So that's out now, yeah?
Yeah, you can watch it on DJ Hotsteppa TV on YouTube. And then all the other MCs, like they're all big. Risco, Fro, Versatile still doing his thing. Spidey G, all of them. They're all Dog Tanyan, big up Dog Tanyan.
Yeah, he's first verse on your tune, bro.
Yeah. But just keep him busy.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's it, you know. I don't think I've got anything more to say. The name speaks for itself. You know?
Still playing football?
Yeah.
Are you still kicking, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to shout you.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout you differently.
He's a cold goalie.
I'll shout you.
It is, yeah?
Yeah, he's a cold.
Okay.
I'll shout you. All right, well, that's it then. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hotsteppa, thank you for your time, my bro.
Exactly.
Thank you for having me.
You know what I mean?
2005 till now.
And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people gonna wanna know what the hell Hotsteppa's doing nowadays.
Yeah. Just
When they
follow
get
me
to
on
find out,
Insta.
you know?
Follow me on Insta.
What is your Insta, bro?
Just DJ Hotsteppa. I haven't got TikTok or all the other stuff.
No,
I
no
should do,
talk.
Yeah, you need
No.
to. You need to get someone else to run it for you.
Yeah. You guys.
No, you.
Yeah.
You might got TikTok. Yeah, you got TikTok.
Yeah.
I need to build up.
I got TikTok.
Alright, well that's it now. Wrapped up. DJ Hotsteppa at the statement. We'll be back again. Subscribe.
DJ Hotsteppa.
Alright, yeah. Peace out. Little one. Later.